This portion of the question is asking what the consumer surplus would be at a competitive price and quantity. We know from the previous answer that there would be 4 sold at $100 a piece if it were a perfectly competitive market. We know that Raquel was willing to pay $400, but she gets to pay only $100, so she has $400 is what she's willing to pay minus the $100. She has consumer surplus of $300. We know that Jackie is willing to pay $300. She only has to pay $100, so she gets $200 in consumer surplus. We know that Joan was willing to pay $200. She only has to pay $100, so she gets $100. And we know that Mia is willing to pay $100. She gets to pay $100, so she gets $0. And Sophia is not willing to pay, so she doesn't get a diamond. And so we see that the total consumer surplus in this market is $300 plus $200 plus $100 is $600 in total consumer surplus. Producer surplus is the difference between what they're willing to sell and what they get to sell it at. They're willing to sell it at $100 because that's their marginal cost. They get to sell it at $100 because that's the price. So producer surplus is equal to 0.